They're all.
I'm just going to say that I'm drinking juice.
That's why I do Kegels.
Yeah. Oh my god, I was thinking about that last night.
So I was thinking because they were talking about having those little like a tense machine.
Mm-hmm.
Someone wanted to get one so that they could work on their forearms, and someone said, "Yeah, you can also use them for Kegels." I'm like, that sounds terrifying. That sounds just awful. But then I thought, okay, well, how can we monetize this? And I don't have a product yet, but I do have a name, and it's the Kegler Elves.
Oh my god.
Hi, everybody! On that note, hi, everyone.
I
just-
hate you.
Stick their head out of your tree hole.
I mean, from here up, they kind of look like they fit. What's with the pointy hats and all?
All right. So, hi.
That's all we're doing
everybody.
tonight. Figuring out how to sell this Kegler Elf idea.
Welcome to Shark Tank.
We're not playing D&D today. Instead, we're inventing horrible things.
We're gonna pitch all of our business ideas.
Shark Tank. Different thing. All right, we got two on the. We need a whiteboard.
Brian, unfortunately, had to kind of
Betrayed us.
bow out last minute. His wife, who's pregnant, she's like, what, 6 months pregnant?
I don't know. She's like a million months pregnant.
Yeah, she's very pregnant right now.
Wasn't she due in August? That would make her 7.
1,000 months
I was
pregnant.
guesstimating, so I feel like
Oh my
that
god,
was
it
pretty
makes
close.
a lot of difference when you talk about pregnant.
She's so pregnant.
You don't know? You've never been pregnant?
You don't know that.
I do know that.
I've gone to Sushi Masa a lot, so I kind of understand.
Food babies count.
Which makes me probably more pregnant than her.
Food baby better.
Try telling her that.
I don't know her.
Don't do it.
Anyways, she's having some morning sickness stuff, although it's not morning, and I realize that, but if you've ever been pregnant or had something, that doesn't matter.
This
She's
is a lot.
unwell.
You're going into
Yeah.
She's not good.
So he had to stay home with her. Totally understandable. So I've decided to jump in, and we are going to be running another one of these Sly Flourish adventures. Unfortunately, since I didn't have a lot of prep time, we won't be doing minis and maps and stuff like that.
Theatre of the Mind.
Yeah, so it'll be all theater of the mind this evening, which will allow us. Feel free to get real crazy with your character, because now we don't have physical limitations, right? If you can think it, you can do it, so long as your die rolls well.
Stabbing all the buttholes.
That's right. I would like to kebab them, please.
The Ronco Butt-tisserie. Third one. I'm gonna write these down.
Just stab it and forget it.
We've had this butthole.
Makes gardening easy.
I can be trimming over here and hoeing behind me.
The great thing about all of this is that it's on video, and therefore, if anybody ever produces these products,
Prior art. Yep,
that's
got
right.
it.
We own. That's right. We own the legitimate
Send me a
copyright.
copy of this in the Library of Congress. Copyright.
Butthole. Keebler.
Oh no.
So I don't believe Amanda has done any of the Sly Flourish adventures previously. So
The kebab.
they all take place in a very small village, surrounding a small village of White Sparrow. It is. Yes, it is. It's like literally maybe like 200 people. Really small. Their local militia are terrible at their jobs.
They're near Quebec.
If you think Fargo, you're on the right path.
Okay.
Yeah. It sits sort of at the base of some mountains. Kind of just your typical sort of quaint medieval village thatched
So like the
roofs.
village with the hand from.
Yeah. Actually, yes, it is the village with the hand.
Never mind. I've been there.
Oh, you have been there. Okay.
It's been a while.
I watched that video.
So we start off, and everybody kind of wakes up in a bed in the inn. Your memories, your memories are a little foggy of what you know. Some time has passed since the last time you've adventured in White Sparrow, but you're not exactly sure how long it's been. Your memory is very hazy, and you remember your last adventure if you were here for whatever your last adventure was. But
My last adventure was Monster Mash.
It wasn't. He's talking about the last time.
the last time you were in White Sparrow, so you would not have been in White
Okay.
Sparrow before.
So that doesn't.
But now you are, and you're super fucking confused.
Yeah, so now you have basically just awoken in an inn you've never seen before. You don't know how you got here. Actually, wait, I take that back. You didn't awaken in the inn because you're new here. You're outside. You wake up, and there's just a clear sky above you.
Oh no.
And you're like, it's really pretty out. And then you notice sort of in the periphery of your vision, rooftops that are below you. And you're like, wait a minute, I'm laying on the ground. How are houses below me? And you kind of roll over a little bit, and you almost fall about 30 feet when you realize that you are actually at the top of what appears to be a giant stone hand holding you aloft in the air. And you don't know how you got up there. You maybe feel a little hungover, so it might have
All that
something
is
to do
little
with it.
leakies. What is going on here?
There's some fraternity memorabilia scattered about around. Some brushed up solo cups.
Oh no.
So, you have never seen this village before. You don't know how you've gotten here. And yet, here you are, in some strange town.
Do I remember anything about, like, where I'm from, what I did last?
Beer pong.
Only very vaguely, and it sort of comes and goes. You know you have never been here. You know that you're not even sure where here is, but you also feel like quite a bit of time has passed since your last really solid memory, and anytime you try to recall what happened in between, your head just kind of hurts. And it makes you want to stop thinking about it.
Okay.
Those of you who've been here before, as Ben pointed out, you guys are fairly well off.
Oh, it's Scrooge McDuck in this.
You notice that the ogre, who is
Charge of the town.
All great friends.
who's part of the town now, is he's kind of just patrolling around outside, walking around. He still gets really weird looks from all the villagers, but he's holding his end of the bargain. He's still got his hat on. That gives him a 20 intelligence.
Like, the only thing I'm imagining is him walking around with his two-handed club going, "You don't buy me, fool."
No, because he's much smarter than that. He walks around.
But yeah, but that's still the same song.
Well, that may or may not be true.
We a whole house with him. Oh god.
I need to establish my spells before we get too far into this.
Okay.
You can continue. I'm just going to be working
So-
on the background.
Oh, I was going.
You buy your pencil?
Millennials.
Am I right?
I'm Kato Toast. Technically, we all are.
Yeah, I think. Well, you are. I'm technically with the end of Gen X, but. Yeah.
I'm a person.
Questionable.
I'm a potato.
You're a cat person. So,
You are
yeah, you guys kind of wake up and you look out the window. The day's kind of going about. You notice though that because the ogre now sort of patrols around the village, the guards are even more terrible than they were before. Because now they basically are like, we don't have to do anything. We have a fucking ogre. He's gonna take care of whatever the hell comes around. So they just sit around. Most of them are drunk. You can hear them drunk, yelling and like singing songs downstairs in the tavern beneath you. It's mostly songs about maple syrup.
I'm not your buddy guy.
And their love of maple leaves. Yeah, poutine. And poutine, yeah. They love gravy-covered potatoes and things like that. So
I had some Korean barbecue poutine a couple of weeks ago.
that's a thing.
So
That's
magical.
That was
really
at the
good.
one of the concerts I went to. They had Korean barbecue poutine, and it was.
Life-changing.
I wouldn't say it was life changing.
It was
I mean,
life-affirming.
Yeah, it was pretty. Yeah, it was really good. Yeah, guys. What kind of relationship do y'all people have with poutine? I'm sorry.
I think you know the kind of relationship I have with food in general.
I'm obsessed with poutine.
Really?
I love
I
it.
think I saw a porn called that once.
Oh, was it gravy and fries?
Poutine Clan ain't nothing to fuck with. Poutine Clan.
Mic drop. We're going on.
So, yeah, you guys who are in the inn,
All right.
waking up, poutine plan. It's gonna be like a food truck, just nothing but different types of poutine.
I need an actual door.
No.
Back up there.
So you guys who are in the inn, you're awake. It's a nice day out. Vicky or Melundra?
Melina.
Melina?
Malunja? I think you can catch that.
Macarena.
As I said, you're basically up on top of a big giant stone hand. I'm not sure how you're there.
Great.
What does everybody want to do first for the day?
I'm going to very carefully look over the edge and see if I can see anyone.
Oh yeah, you see people walking around, and let's see if anybody notices you. Oh yeah, so a few people happen to see some movement up on top of the big stone hand. It's not that unusual to them.
Anymore.
Which, like, it used to be one of those things they were like, oh my god, who are you?
After these guys.
Now they're just kind of like, hey, there's another person up on the hand up there, eh?
Oh, great.
Who's up there on the hand? Hey, what's your name there?
My name is Melina.
Hi, Melina.
Hi. I'm very creeped out that this is normal to them.
The hand you have been chosen.
So, how you gonna get down?
I was kind of hoping you could tell me.
Well, let me go get the captain. I think she might know what to do.
I'm working on it. I don't
Oh God,
know what my spells were last time, so I'm just
Good
redoing
luck.
all my
Can I double
spells.
your password?
I'll see.
7946.
Everybody got that? Okay, good.
7946.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Get your woman on the floor.
That's amazing. That's the same combination on my luggage.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So the guy kind of the guy who spoke to you, kind of runs off in the other direction. He appears, the best of your knowledge, he's going to go get somebody to help you down.
Okay.
So you can sit there and wait, or try to get down yourself.
I don't know what spells I have yet. If I have something that can get me down, then I'll use it.
Okay. Anybody else want to do anything? We probably the hand is nearby the inn, so you probably heard this yelling exchange. That there's somebody on the hand again.
I'm gonna open up the windows from the shutters from the second floor of the inn. Yeah, they don't have a good system for this. You would think that they would have like a ladder or ropes already tied up there, but you'd be wrong.
Yeah, they could give me a hand then?
Ha! You've already got one. You got one. Because you're on the.
God damn it.
Is Ruth around still?
She's the captain.
She's the captain. That's who they went to go get.
Oh, they did the
Hold on. Let me put on someone's pants. I'll be right there.
Put on someone's pants?
Not my pants. They're too small.
So I'm gonna walk out wearing 2 pairs of tiny pants.
One each leg.
One on each leg, and I'm just gonna add the other leg on each is just gonna be a pocket.
So as you walk downstairs,
You're like chaps. Totally assless.
so as you walk downstairs,
Assless shirts.
I don't know. Now I'm just writing stuff down. What do we do when we get downstairs?
well, when he gets downstairs, he puts on what I'm guessing he assumes was Iggy's pants. But when he gets downstairs, he actually sees 2 drunk, mostly like in their undergarment, male halflings who are passed out on one of the tables.
Oh no.
And he's not sure now of whether these pants are Iggy's or not.
I don't think
And
he
so
cares.
people are looking at you very strangely.
Doesn't matter. I've saved these people 100 times. So I'm going to be proud of what I'm wearing. And as I walk by the tables, I will grab what little bits of food or big mutton chops if there are any. I'm just going to walk out with happy breakfast. And I'm going to go outside and be like, hey,
The barkeep's like, "Hey, you gotta pay for that."
already did.
What? When?
Like last week, Bill. We've had this conversation literally 6 times.
I don't. Okay, sorry. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Sorry. I'm so
Oh, dear.
sorry. I'm sorry.
So, all right. Anybody else? Anything they'd like to be doing?
I mean, I want to go.
I need to hurry up and eat breakfast.
You go down the tavern.
I'm just gonna get out of there.
All right. You're just gonna
I'm like, fuck
power
it.
walk through all the drunk people.
Yeah.
Like seriously, like everybody in the town at this point. It seems like half the town is in the tavern. It's like 10 in the morning, and it seems like half the town is wasted in the tavern. Like nobody gives a shit
I
anymore.
really do miss college.
I'm just gonna power walk around like
It
the.
seems like with the ogre guarding things and you guys just like bringing back heaps of gold and stuff like that, like nobody wants to work or do anything anymore. So they're all just wasted at 10 in the morning in the tavern.
Can I talk to Ogre?
Yeah. He's walking around. You can walk up to him.
Yeah, I just want to figure out how things have been going with the town, and like if anything's happened, like what's going on. Like basically, like give me an update.
Well, let me check trending news.
You left an ogre.
Finally.
I'm in character, Ben.
Try it sometime.
Always in character.
He says that well, a few days ago, 5 days exactly, there was a rather large explosion in the sky over the mountains. Since then, some very odd things have happened, but I'm not sure the particulars. Kind of, most people don't talk much to me, so, but I've been hearing whispers. You might want to talk to me.
What the explosion look like? Something? Did it look like something exploded, or somebody shot something from the mountains?
Oh, well, he points up to the mountains, and if you follow his hand, you see there's still smoke, sort of like, or like a dark cloud that sort of seems to be rising up and sort of staying over the top of the mountains. And it definitely looks like if it was 5 days ago, and something just like shot something down or whatever, like it seems weird that it would still